Okay, this is going to be a workout video on the butt, hips, and thighs. Okay, first, if you're transgender, and because this is for like transgender individuals specifically, so if you're transgender, depending on if your hormones are, like if you're a trans woman and you haven't started HRT and your hormones are in the male range, the muscles will develop that way in the male range. But if it's in the female range and it's normal, in the normal female range, it's going to develop in the female way. So, other than that, that's from my experience. So, I'm going to show the specific ones I've been doing, 2 of them, and they work very, very well. Okay, this is from, I'm not claiming to be an expert or anything, but this is from my experience, what I've discovered, what works. So, and I'm not sure what they're called, which exercises these ones are called, but this is the first one. You have your bottom leg here straight as possible, then your other leg on top here. You can either have it here or here, depending on where you put it, or in the middle. It's going to develop the muscle differently. And what we're doing is the bottom, not the top muscle here, but the bottom part right here. We're trying to target this right here so we can get this developed and be even with the top right here, especially for us trans women, so it's not, our butts aren't in the guy range. So put your leg here as you lay down. Then what you do is you can feel the muscle here. Then as you move your leg back and forth, as so, you can feel, and we're going to do 50, then we're going to pulse 50. That's how we're going to do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and if you need to adjust your leg, you can. 21, 22, 23, 24. If you need to hold it as well, then that works as well. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And if you don't feel the burn or anything, and you feel like you need to go longer, you can pause this and go longer, come back. Then however many you do, you pulse that many after. So we're going to pulse now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 40, 49, 50. Now, what we do on one side, you do on the other side, because that helps develop everything. So now we're going to do the other side the same way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, now we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And now for the second one I usually do. Okay, I'm going to change positions. Going to sit, lay on our backs. Then we're going to have our legs up like this, as you can see. Then, I know this may look kind of sexual, but this is what it's going to look like. So, we're going to, our legs bent like this. And what we do is spread them apart, then go together. So it's going to be like this. And that's going to target our hips right here and our thighs. So it's going to look like, as you can see, it's going to look like this. So we're going to do 50 on pulse 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Sometimes the easiest way to pulse is if you have your feet together. So I'm going to do 50 pulses. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51 to do. Yeah, there. So, those are the two of them I do, and I do more than the rest of the exercises because it does help develop those areas. Like I said, depending on your hormones, it's going to depending on which way it's going to develop. So if you're a trans woman, you want your hormones to be normal in the female range. And if you're a trans guy doing this, it helps to have your hormones in the male range. So whatever way your hormones are, that's how it's going to develop. So be aware of that. And what I usually do is I do these in the bath so that you have that nice warm water to help loosen the muscles. And because you're already there, then you can finish taking a bath afterwards. And it's just, you do it while it's filling up, And it helps. I've noticed, because that water, yeah. So that's from my experience. So other than that, the only other exercise I can say, which is going to not target the sides of your butt, but it's going to be more of the middle part, the overall, everywhere but the sides, and it's squats. And you can do the squats the same thing, 50 and 50 pulses. If you want to add squats to it, that will help get your butt bigger. But these two specific ones will help develop those other muscles down here faster than any other exercises that you use standing up and whatnot. I found these two help the most with the hips and that lower butt, the side, like the side here, not the middle, the side going right here, the bottom part especially, if you're trying to develop that. Those two I just showed will help. Then, if you want to target the upper, squats really help the upper. But if you need that bottom more developed, to be more even and rounded with the top so it's not in the male range, make sure your hormones are in the female range, 100% normal in the female range, then it will help develop in the female range. But if you're trying to get them in the male range, make sure your hormones are in the male range, 100%. Then it will develop in the male range. This is coming from my experience before, on and off of hormone replacement therapy. So that's my experiences, how they develop. So other than that, comment, rate, subscribe. Rate by giving me a thumbs up, and comment what do you think about these two exercises to help